Champions League, the semi-finals, one step closer to the biggest game that's going to happen all year. This is going to be interesting now. So many surprises happened during this quarterfinals. A lot of them I did not predict. And now we've got some sensational games coming up. Sleeper picks could potentially make the finals and favorites could potentially fall. Let's see who's going to go through in my semi-final predictions for the Champions League. Let's do it. What's up everybody, it's the Aidan Sports Show. Welcome back to another video. This is going to be a Champions League semi-final match predictions where we go through both games that will be happening in the semi-final. First one's kicking off tomorrow, and then the day after that we've got a bunch to talk about. We're going to give my match predictions. But before we get started, please like and subscribe to the Aidan Sports Show YouTube channel. Turn notifications on and let me know in the comments below. Do you think that PSG and Bayern will be the Champions League final? Do you think the two favourites will make the Champions League final? Or do you think that someone is going to, a sleeper pick in Leipzig and Lyon, will one of them make the Champions League final? I want to know who your Champions League final competitors will be. But without further ado, let's discuss the very first video, the very first match, which is Leipzig versus PSG. Now, both these teams have something to be proud of, to be honest, because Atalanta versus PSG was a game that PSG was probably going to lose. They looked down in the dumps. They were going to lose, but within the last 10 minutes, PSG pulled out a miracle and they scored 2 goals and they seed themselves into the semi-finals of the Champions League. Now, PSG is a great side. They didn't even play Mbappe in that game until the second half. They brought him on, and Icardi was woeful. And in the end, that change ended up giving PSG the chance to get into a semi-final. Atalanta walk away with a lot of praise behind their belt despite the loss, because they looked like the better team for majority of the game. But let's talk about Leipzig now. Many people would say Atletico Madrid were one of the favourites to win the Champions League because what they did to Liverpool. In a one-game tie, in a one-game series, anything can happen. And Leipzig, unfortunately for Atletico Madrid, Leipzig, even though they're not the most prolific team, even though they're not the most attacking team anymore, even though they're not the most favoured team, they did what they were supposed to do and they eliminated Atletico Madrid. And again, a prediction I got wrong, and I'm happy I got it wrong, man, because the teams that win are the teams that deserve to go through. It's as simple as that. So who do I think is going to win this game? To be honest, Leipzig did an absolute wonder beating Atletico Madrid. Can they do it again? That's the question. Can they do it again? Because they're still not the favourites to beat PSG. They probably should be, but they're not. The way that I see it, PSG versus Atalanta was a much more difficult game for PSG because Atalanta are a much more attacking side. They love to attack. They love to put pressure into the box. They love to get crosses in. They're a pressing team as well. Atalanta, honestly, are probably a little bit more of a difficult test than Leipzig, but that doesn't mean that in one game, Leipzig can't do it again. I'm going to pick PSG in this game. Look, again, Leipzig is definitely a team that could well and truly make the finals. We could have a Leipzig versus Bayern finals for all we know. 2 German sides. Germany and the Bundesliga, at least the top 4 teams within the Bundesliga, have shown their worth and value to the footballing world. And a lot of people don't like Leipzig from Germany because of how they've come up. But as an outsider to the German league, as the outsider to the Bundesliga, as an outsider to the entire history of that team, I think that they've done a tremendous job. So I can't say anything about their history or whatever else there is, because there isn't much there. But we're going to have to move on from that one. Will Leipzig make the Champions League final? I don't know. I really don't know. But I am going to back PSG. Neymar, when he was playing, besides of course the very, very clear misses, he could have put 4 past Atalanta if he was clinical. He wasn't, but besides that, he had a tremendous game, and you expect that to continue in the semi-finals, man. I trust Neymar. I think Neymar will take them to the end. That's something that Atletico Madrid didn't necessarily have, that star player that can take over a game, and PSG have that in abundance with Mbappe and Neymar and others as well that could really take over a game, but they're not really stars. Moving on to the next game and the final game of this episode, it's going to be Bayern Munich versus Lyon. Now, looking at the history of these two teams in the quarterfinals, Bayern absolutely dismantled a weakened and poor Barcelona side 8-2 in what was an absolute meme of a game for Barcelona, and it resulted in them sacking their own manager again. Look, this is not meant to be a video about Barcelona, but I want to talk about them for a little bit. Barcelona are an absolute shambles. They are. From players to management. I cannot understand how many times are they going to sack a manager every year if they don't win the Champions League. I think there really needs to be more effort put onto their players. There really needs to be more put on their players and make them have the pressure instead of just giving it all to the manager. It's unacceptable that they're just going to keep firing managers when things don't go their way. Sometimes you have to look beyond the manager. Every team needs to look beyond their manager. Of course, the manager will take most of the blame. It's the same thing with Man City. But you have to look beyond that. It's an embarrassing loss, and it's not all the manager's fault. Is the manager deserving of the sacking? He probably is. I'm not going to say he isn't deserving. You lose 8-2 in a Champions League quarterfinal, you probably deserve to get sacked. I'm not going to say that you don't. But a lot of these players need to leave now. After that performance, Barcelona need to restructure their team from the ground up, with players to the management. Every single thing in between needs to get rebuilt. Otherwise, Barcelona will not get anywhere. They're one of the best teams in the world, Barcelona, and I think maybe on a different night, it wouldn't have been as embarrassing. But Bayern showed they are the favourites for this Champions League. This is Bayern's Champions League to lose. Now, we could talk about Bayern. They were absolutely clinical. They took advantage of a really poor Barcelona defense. They got everything in the bag, and they don't feel sorry for doing it. That game was heated up from trash talking in between from both parties. And in the end, all of Barcelona players will walk away in shame. And Bayern Munich proved in that game they are the favourites, and now clear favourites now. Now, we can't disregard Lyon. I don't think Bayern are going to win 8-2 against Lyon. The reason why is because Lyon will be a little bit more smarter to what Bayern have to do. Lyon like to park the bus. They parked the bus against Man City. They did. I don't care what anybody said. The 3 counter-attacking goals were sensational, but they parked the bus. So I don't see Bayern Munich being able to score 8 goals on a team that's going to park the bus, because Barcelona didn't do that. And in the end, all the space was there in the world for Bayern Munich. They're not going to have that luxury. But they are still well and truly the favourites to win this game. Now, I predict this game to be a relatively good game. I don't expect Lyon to win. At the end of the day, they did something that no one expected to do when they versed Manchester City. And Manchester City, again, only have one style of play. They can't adapt. They don't evolve. And it cost them, man. Lyon beat them, what, 2 times this season already? You have to learn from your mistakes. You can't play the same way every time expecting the same result. It's never going to happen, man. Eventually, you need to adapt. And Pep Guardiola is supposed to be known to be an adapting manager, and yet he didn't adapt to the way that Lyon played. They didn't do it. They didn't take long shots. All they did was pass it around and had maybe 2 shots on goal compared to Lyon's counterattacks. It doesn't work. That doesn't work. So in the end, Lyon did something very, very special. Who's going to win this game? Look, I can't go against Bayern after what they did. No one can. This is definitely Bayern's Champions League to lose. Now, if they lose this Champions League, it's not going to look good for them. It's really not, because they have sent an absolute strong message in what they did to Barcelona. Now they have to do the same thing against a team that's not going to give them that much space. And then in the end, they will go into the Champions League final. They'll have to do it again. In the end, Bayern Munich are definitely the favourites to win this Champions League, and I have to pick Bayern Munich. If I had to give a scoreline for both games, which I will do before we end this video, Leipzig and PSG, I'm going for a simple 2-0 victory for PSG. And the Bayern and Lyon game, I'm going for a 4-2 result for Bayern Munich. I do think they will score goals, not as many goals, but definitely enough goals to see them through into this game, and Lyon will give a great account of themselves as well. They've already done so, and they will continue to do so. This is going to be very entertaining, because there are definitely teams that this could be a Leipzig and Lyon final. Both teams that were never expected to make the finals could make it. This could also be a PSG and Bayern final. Those 2 teams are fantastic, man. That's going to be one to watch for the ages. And I don't think anybody wants PSG to win the Champions League. But in the end, they're in control of their own destiny. It's going to be very interesting to see who goes into the Champions League final, but those are my predictions. I predict that Bayern and PSG will be in the Champions League final. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're new to the Aidan Sports Show YouTube channel. Let me know in the comments below who you think will make the Champions League final. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you in the next video. Take care and peace.